Evening, everybody. Welcome back to another night scrapping adventure. I've already cheated a little bit and looked in this bin we got behind us, and we've got some things in there. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Got a couple of pieces of aluminum wire right here. Big old pieces. There's one. Let's see. Amazing what you can find here some days. Ground wire. We'll come back to all of this in a little bit. Jumper cables. If you haven't noticed the elephant in the room, this is brass. Two pieces. This is a brass check valve. This is a brass check valve. This one just had a rough life. Striations on it make me think this had water spraying on it. Had water coming out of it. Yep. This is probably newer than that one, just because of the damage. But let's just double check something. Yep, that looks like brass. We'll grind it later. So we got another piece of brass. This is the other end of that check valve. This is another check valve that's been in some acidic water. There's the hole in it. There's a pressure relief valve or pop off right there under that diesel fuel handle. Some wire. All sorts of stuff in here. A bit of a conundrum here. See, this is plate, and plate pays better than just any of the other steels, at least around here. And the yard I would normally take all my steel to doesn't pay for plate on the weekends, because that facility is not really set up for it for some odd reason. And I don't want to make a whole lot of noise. This is going to be a fun piece though, because it's heavy. So we shall see, because I may already be in trouble. I see another check valve already. I don't know what this is, but it's going with us. Some small plate. Let's see what we can kind of. Gotta kind of pick and choose, Huh, this is gonna be absolutely fun. That piece is a little bit heavy. Let's see, I like to pick it up. Oh boy. It's a lot larger than I thought. This is 60-80 pounds. Something like that. Smell of diesel. Such a wonderful thing. Remind me to put a warning in there about loud noises. This piece, that's gonna be the fun one, because I can already feel its heaviness and I haven't even really messed with it. Oh my goodness. Is that what I think it is? Oh boy. Oh, it is. Brings back fond memories. Recently I did a video, and it was a daylight video from the hoarder's farm. And there's like a couple of minutes where I'm messing with a bucket full of those things. And that's a tags, aluminum tag. Well, sadly, there's not as many here as there wasn't over there at that particular farm, but it's kind of sentimental right there, because I just released the daylight hoarder video this past week, because today is the 24th. I think I released it yesterday or Wednesday. So it would have been either the 22nd or the 23rd of February. That's just kind of sentimental moment, I guess you could say. Been a sentimental kind of day. This evening I went by the funeral home. A gentleman I knew from years ago passed away. I don't know the whole circumstances. He wasn't that old. So, sentimental kind of day. We got all sorts of stuff in here. We got a bunch of little pieces. I'll have to bring the bucket up, a bucket over here. And the trick is to get this up without causing too much ruckus. Looks like they cut parts out of it. Looks like tractor parts almost. Alright. Don't have to do like the scrapper crab walk. Oh my goodness. This piece is heavy. Sorry, I'm calculating how I would cut it if I was to cut it. It's important to do the geometry of all of this before you get it too far involved in it. You can check with some of these other scrappers if I don't lose you off my head. I'll tell you, it's always a good idea to have things sort of planned out. If you have an idea about what's going on, try and get all this big plate out first. And then we'll come back with one of the buckets. Oh boy. If anybody ever asks you whether you'd rather be hit by a stone or hit by a water jet, I might take the stone depending on the size. All this steel was cut out on a water jet. 1/4 inch steel, just keep that in mind. We're gonna adjust. Yeah, that's flimsy enough. We might be able to adjust. Without tipping it over too much. Tipping it over too much. Too much. There we go. The story of the hoarder's farm is sort of interesting, sort of sad. I don't personally feel like I do a whole lot of justice to the situation. So I may, ooh, there's a motor. Sorry. I'm probably gonna do a video at some point, kind of a more in detail, that's a piece of aluminum, more in detailed video on the hoarder's farm. If you've got any comments or questions, leave them in this video, leave them in any of the hoarder's farm videos, but I'm gonna try and do something. I've got some questions that I want to ask that I'm just curious about, and I'm gonna do something to kind of actually tell the story. Maybe try to keep it under 10 minutes, or do several parts of it to see if we can't, just depending on what kind of information I come across. But we'll get to it at some point. Right now we gotta get to this scrap, because there's some in here. Up and over. It almost looked like stainless. It was so pretty, shiny. Alas. Oh, this piece here, see all them little cuts in it? This is a piece that holds up all of whatever's being cut on the water jet. It's just a piece of thin plate, and that's about all it is. And it just sits in there, kind of interconnected between the jet machine and some other plates. Hold up whatever you're cutting. That looks very interesting. Water drops. I might hold on to some of these water drops. That look cool. We'll do like the trucker driver. Have a special bucket. Get a few more. Oh, there's another one and another one. We'll just grab a few more. Yeah, this was also, if you can see that, that's like a 3/4 inch, an inch thick. I'll measure it later for you. That was cut with a water jet. That might be stainless. Grab the magnet a little bit. Look at it. That piece. That may have been cut by the water. Yeah, that was cut by the water jet. That's like 2 inches. get that done. That's just kind of cool. There's another yard around here that I've sold some stuff to. I may have to call them and ask them if they take plate. Because if they take plate, I'll sell them. It'll save me from toting it to the other yard, which is further away. Tell you what, let me do something smart. See, no, that one's not smart, so we'll just set that right there. See if we can actually pick this joke up. Barely. That might be standing still. Oh, run over. 60, 80 pounds right there. We'll take a break from that and start throwing some of this more high dollar stuff in this bucket. I just don't know. I like them. I'm gonna save them. I might do something with them. There's several of them. If I don't fall, it'll be good. Get all the steel out of it. Okay. That. Ooh, I see some. Okay, that's Romex. Now, that's all gonna be bare bright, so that's gonna stick around for something else. There's a piece of brass. We got this wire. We'll just, yeah, we'll sell this in the other yard. That pump had a rough life. Where it's kicking on and off a bunch, it wore out the wire right there. Ooh, there's another piece of brass. Rubbing and scrubbing, y'all. I think what I'm gonna do is spray paint these in it with some blue that I have. I think this is aluminum, but I'm just gonna, I'll carry it to the scrapyard and see what they want to do with it. Behind me. Oh goodness, that bucket's 20 pounds. No frogs. No frogs. Oh, something in it. Just a pan. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I have some other stuff at the house, so I might just throw all this small junk with it. These pieces of pipe, and tote it off and get something for that. I think, I'm not sure, but I think this will run through my wire stripper. Piece of copper or something. So I'm gonna do that on that piece. And we'll see what we come up with. While we're doing this, we'll clean everything up. Gives yourself a chance to have a break, kind of reevaluate, understand, well, I don't like what I've done there, we'll do something different. Oh, I think I've just hit y'all in the face. Set that right there. This can go right there. If I don't fall off in one of the holes around here, we'll be all right. You can sell this at a scrapyard for as is. You won't get a great price on it, but I'm just gonna see if my machine will handle it, and we'll go from there. I've got two of them. I need to make them work from time to time. Once more, into the bin. Piece of stainless. 3/4 inch knockout. get a little short on one of these and how much they weigh and how many it takes to make a pound. Go check it out. I'll leave it in a link in the description. Scrap Rodriguez got some capacitors. Now this is not the best cleanup job in the world, but I'm going to leave it a little bit, just a little bit, you know, scrap metalish. That way all the scrap metal knows where to come and hang out and wait for me to get here. I like the idea anyway. If I don't trip over everything, it'll be alright. Yeah. Alright, scrappers, here we got 2 buckets of steel. We've got a bucket of mixed special stuff. Got some wire, got some more wire. We have some plate. I'm gonna go with this is irony aluminum of some sort. I've got a motor, I've got some stainless steel, and I've got some brass. So here's where we're at. And this is where I'm gonna call it, because now I'm gonna go home, get a shower. Spend a few minutes with my family, because as I was reminded tonight, life is so short sometimes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the Southern Scrap Bucket channel. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you.